Hi, my name is Jason from Art of Creation Homestead, and today we're going to talk about the top 5 vegetables that every home cook should grow in their backyard. You know, this year, garden seeds are being bought more than ever. More people are planting gardens than ever have before, it seems like. And a lot of people maybe for the very first time. And so we thought it would be a good idea to talk about 5 vegetables that every home cook should be growing in their backyard for like self-sustainability and self-reliance reasons, and just the most beneficial, and just in general. We've come up with 5 things that we feel are best for us. We use criteria such as like ease of growing, ease of usage, what's most productive, what stores well, what you can keep for long term, and things that maybe not as time consuming to grow, things that are used multiple ways, and different things of that nature. First one we come up with, we believe that every home cook should be growing onions. They're easy to grow, they don't take a lot of space. You can grow them in a variety of manners, in containers, and in raised beds, and in little corners of your yard. They just don't take much to grow, don't take a lot of space to grow. They're very financially efficient. You can buy probably like 100 or so onion slips for about $35, whereas if you were to buy 100 onions that we'll say average $1 a pound, maybe a large onions would be more than a pound, so you're going to pay over $100 for those over the course of time. But if you had your own onions, you can just go pick one up, you're done. Okay, you got what you need when you need it, and you don't have to rely on going to the store for those things. And that's, to me, onions, we started growing them last year really seriously, and they were invaluable to us. You can use them in a variety of manners. They're a good base for every sauce. They're in several things that we've canned here. We'll show you, like this vegetable soup. They're in our salsa. I mean, they're in everything. Home cooks use onions so stinking much that it's silly to just not try to grow them yourself. And they're easy to grow. Like I said, they're nothing. They're absolutely one of the top things you should be growing. Another thing everybody should be growing is carrots. Obviously, if you don't like carrots, you don't like carrots. But for us, carrots are outstanding. Again, easy to grow. Now, maybe not as easy to plant because they have small seeds, but if you can get them thinned right and appropriate, they'll grow easily. They like cool weather, so like you can grow them a couple different times a year. But carrots that you grow yourself are exponentially more flavorful than the carrots you get in the store. They're a good base for everything. We have carrots that we grew again in our vegetable soup that we've canned. They can go in casseroles. They can be a side dish on their own. There's just so many different ways you can take carrots and use them, and they store well. You take them once you harvest them, clean them up, get them ready to go, put them in the fridge, and they will store in your fridge for a long time. A fresh carrot will store in your fridge for a really long time, and you'll be happy that you grew carrots. Another thing that we believe everybody should be growing are beans. Green beans, green beans, green beans, green beans. We love some stinking green beans around here. All right, and we grow several different types of green beans, and we grow them in a variety of methods. We grow some that'll run and have to be trussed. We grow bush beans in raised beds. Green beans are outstanding. Maybe it's just because I'm a hillbilly. Green beans are outstanding for everybody to grow. Look, you can them up right here. This right here can last me about 1 hour. They're used in everything. You can can them, use them on their own. Again, they're in our vegetable soup. They go in casseroles. They store well, obviously, if you can them. And you can freeze them as well. But they're just wonderful for everybody to have in there. They're not hard to grow. They're not picky as far as their environment when you try to grow them. So they're very easy to grow. The biggest thing you may have trouble with is if you're too lazy to sit around and break some beans while you watch TV, then you might have a problem. But if you don't care to break some beans while you watch TV, hey, get some stinking green beans in your backyard this year. All right. Another thing we like to grow is potatoes. Hang on a second. Potatoes. That don't even sound right when you say potato. Grow some taters. That's what you need to be growing. Taters are the absolute most wonderful thing you can pick up out of your dirt. There's nothing like going out there, picking up a tater plant, and when you pull it out of the dirt, these like lumps of gold come out. They're like about this big around, maybe this big. You can get some big taters, but they're delicious. You're not getting a better tater than what you can get out of your own dirt. I'll tell you that much right now. Now, maybe you don't know what you're doing with them. Maybe you're kind of intimidated by them. You can grow potatoes. Taters, you can grow taters in a variety of manners. We're going to have some videos showing you how we've done them before, in file crates and containers. Put some in the dirt in your yard, that's fine. But they're just so much better. And if you know what you're doing, how to store them, they'll store forever. You know, and again, we have some taters in our vegetable soup. I'm not trying to say our vegetable soup, I'm just telling you we can grow a lot of stuff and put in there. But you can grow taters in so many ways. They're so much better, and honestly, financially, that's one of the criteria. They don't cost that much if you get the regular taters. If you go to your farm supply store, you can find a 5-pound bag of taters, probably at a pretty decent price. I know where our feed store is. We can go out there and get seed taters at 62 cents a pound. That's not bad. If you go online and you start looking for the specialty type taters, that like, you know, the reds and purples and different stuff, you're gonna pay more for them. Right now you probably can't find them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. but then we'll grow some of those just because we like a variety. But a rock solid, regular, average tater that you can grow is like Kennebec. We'll grow a lot of those, and and those are financially efficient to grow, that's for sure. And finally, the showpiece of everyone's garden, what everybody wants to grow, they want to show it off to their neighbors: tomatoes. Or maters. Maters. You can get some good dang tomatoes in your backyard, okay? Everybody should be growing tomatoes. They're absolutely an outstanding thing to grow. Everybody wants to grow them. Everyone wants to see how big your maters are. That's fun. It's wonderful. And they're so financially efficient. Tomato prices are going up in the store every year. It's easier just to go out, spend $3 to $5, wherever you're at, on a tomato plant, or less in some places, obviously. If you can't start them from seed, then go get some tomato plants, put them in your dirt, get some maters growing, and they're good for fresh eating, they're good for salads. Again, our vegetable soup, they're good for soup bases, salsa. Here's our salsa, outstanding. Diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, everything, you can't beat it. Everybody should be growing at least 3 tomato plants in their backyard. At least 3. We're going to plant 36. I never want to buy tomato product again out of the stinking store. We're going to plant as much as we can possibly fit in back yonder. But grow tomatoes. These things right here obviously are just something that we've come up with. There's the best 5 things for us. Maybe for other people in another region, it's not. But for us, for sustainability, for self-reliance, these 5 things again are onions, carrots, green beans, taters, and maters. Everybody should be growing them. So now, there's 2 homesteads we want to challenge to make a video and tell us what are their 5 things that they think everybody should be growing. And that's Freedom Homestead and The Max. I want you guys to make a video, tell us what you think everybody should be doing, and then challenge 2 more people to do the same thing. My name is Jason from Art of Creation Homestead. God bless and goodbye.